What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dutch, come back to Funeral Takes. Well, it looks like we have a trailer too for Coming to America. Now, if you guys follow me, you know that I did not react to the first one. That was when I was initially taking my break. So I was glad to see that they're actually doing another one. I'm excited for this movie. I will say at first, about almost a year ago, I was just like, oh, how are they going to do this? How? What? Why? You know, we never saw him sow his royal oats. So I was just like, where are they going to come from in regards to the storyline? So, because also a lot of us were like, when they didn't do it back after the first one in 88, maybe 2, 3 years after, we were like, okay, it's just going to be by itself. It's timeless. It'll be a classic by itself. It's all good. So to know that this was, of course, over the course of the last, maybe decade or so, this was in the works. And we finally got around to finally making this film in the last, year or so. So I'm just happy to see majority of the original cast is back. I'm so excited to see how their characters have been doing all this time. And then, of course, this being directed by Craig Burrow, he did, of course, what was it, Hustle and Flow and Black Snake Moon, so I'm really looking forward to see his put a stamp. We know Eddie definitely wrote this, so we already know we're going to get our funny. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll say the rest of my thoughts at the end, you guys.
Hey! What you doing back here? Mufasa!
Say it again, feel right in his
I've just discovered that I may have a son here in this land.
How much child support she getting from?
The king pays no child support.
No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy.
Hello, I am Akeem Joffer, king of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne.
Yes, my father.
His face,
like the prince of Wakanda.
Wakanda is a fictional place.
Not to everybody.
Zamunda is a very real nation.
I don't need no handout.
Ooh,
Wait a minute.
All right, I'm gonna pack. Okay, baby.
you know what?
Presenting King Akeem's son from America
And my mom's.
and his mom's.
Children, this is your brother.
Hey, Quay. I'm sorry I slept with your man.
This happened before we even met.
It's not like you're the first man I've ever been with.
What did you just say about the other man?
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
I always thought that Mika was going to be queen.
A woman isn't allowed to rule Zamunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Would you dare banish me from my own bedroom?
Oh,
How you doing, Akeem?
I'm getting it from everywhere. I have upset my family.
You must be strong.
And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
Raise it higher.
oh my God.
I'm a king, I'm a
Put your hands together.
Like that.
Say it again.
give me all.
It's a party over here.
I must admit, your style is far into my kingdom, but is impressive.
That's right. Ooh. Let me hear you say, hey, ho.
Hey ho!
Oh,
No, don't do that. That's his mother.
Oh, don't you say
No, not to
oh.
Almost ready to become a prince.
Almost.
It is time.
Ceremonial circumcision.
Bring forward the royal machete.
Machete.
They're going to sharpen your tool, nephew.
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
Oh my God. All right, you guys. I really enjoyed this trailer. I'm ready for it. I don't really need to see anything else. Hopefully, this is the last one. We're about a month out anyway. It's March 5th, of course, through Amazon. You already know. We would prefer to see this in the theater. I love to see stuff like this because the funny is just ridiculous. And the crowd, we just like really get into it. So that's the part I'm going to be kind of bummed about in regards to seeing this type of, movie, especially with such a stellar cast. You clearly see Hakeem is going back to America, of course, in New York to be exact, and he ends up, coming into contact with his son, which is played by Jermaine Fowler. I remember talking about this, like I said, over a year or so ago, about him being cast as the son. Now, of course, the mother is played by Leslie Jones. I'm here for her. I love me some Leslie. I've seen her, when she came to DC and she did her special down here. Yes, she's hilarious. So that right there alone is, I'm just going to be in tears just the way she's going to carry herself, when they, of course, go back to Zamunda. But I love the part where she was talking about Wakanda. He said, Wakanda's a, fictional. She's like, not to me. It is. Just, there it is, a Zamunda forever. So needless to say, I love how we're going to see all the antics, of course, when they first come back. go to the barbershop, whatever. And of course, the comment about, you got to wait 30 years without paying no child support. Oh my God, I just wanted to die. But just seeing their interactions, I'm looking forward to seeing interactions with his other, kids. I really wanted to bring that up because when I talked about this, I said I want to see how that dynamic is going to play a part. Of course, you're going back to get your son because, of course, King Joffrey wants it to be, of course, a son that can, continue the legacy. Of course, when he's king, Hakeem, and then his son, of course, being the prince, and then will take over when his father, of course, is older. But then, of course, it's her being his daughter in the film. Like you see, he's like, I thought you would be his heir. You can see him choking on his wine because it's like, yeah, you didn't know you had a son, so what was going to happen? Once you moved on past on, no one was going to take over, and somebody else could just take over. But just the character played by Wesley, he would love to be the person in charge, as of course overseeing over Zamunda. As you can see, I think he plays the general in the film, and he looks like he's going to bring a whole bunch of funny, of course, after they already worked on a previous film together. So I already like their banter. It looks funny, and I'm happy to see Wesley in another comedy. So I'm just happy I get to see a lot of my cast. I saw Vanessa Bell Calloway. I saw Tiana Taylor. I also saw, of course, Sherry Headley's back as Lisa. I'm going to love seeing more dynamic with them. Now, they've been married, for 30 years. How she feels about him having a child. It's like, I did some things, before, we met, whatever. I met mess with some men too. And he's like, oh, excuse me, like he thought she was so pure beforehand. Like she looked like she was probably late 20s, probably around that time, 28, 29, maybe 30. No, you ain't the first. Well, we would never really truly know. She could just be, fibbing, but it's a possibility. But it's like the fact that he really thought he was the first. That's hysterical to me. But yes, this just looked like it's going to just be a whole lot of funny shenanigans. Of course, the characters played by, of course, him doing a plethora of them, Eddie, and of course Arsenio Hall. I love me some Arsenio Hall. I'm just love that we're gonna see a lot of people. I think what is his name? I think it's a Paul. It's a Paul Yates, a Paul Bates, the other guy who did the song King, the Queen to Be. Just, oh my gosh, I'll never get that part out of my mind. Just when I would literally be in tears from laughing so much from him doing the song. When she's coming down, Vanessa Bell Calloway's coming down to him, to Hakeem. And just, yes. So, and our C. Garcelle Bouvet is back. So, just like I said, I love that a lot of the original cast is back. And of course, we have some new characters. I'm really here to see this film. It looks like it's going to be wonderful. I can't wait to review it. I already know a lot of people, we're all ready to see it. We need some funny in our lives right now with what's going on out here. So I'm here for it. So with that said, guys, I've rambled on enough. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys next reaction. You guys take care.